Dobar dan I dobrodošli. Sit down and relax as we are about to read some webtoons and manga. I recommend purchasing the official scans or translations and reading along with those open as well, for a better reading experience and to support the creators behind the works that I react to in my streams. Links are in the description. You can find me on YouTube, Twitch, and Patreon, so subscribe to or follow some European chick if you want to read along and suggest what to read next. Now without further ado, let's read.
Let's watch Chainsaw Man, episode 1. Yeah, the transitions are still clunky in OBS right now. Alright, this is gonna be very experimental because on this channel, I usually just read. I read manga, and I don't know how it's gonna work with my watching something because I have to go full screen. So I won't even be able to see the chat. You won't be able to hear anything because I need to avoid copyright strikes. You won't even be able to see much, which is not my problem. Click the link in the description if you want to see the entire thing, okay? Watch it legally on Crunchyroll. Alright? So that is not a problem. You're just gonna, if you're not clicking on the link and opening, see, this is why I hate that kind of thing. When I want to comment on something that's going on, I'll have to pause, or I'll have to, because I need to listen and see what's going on, so I have to pause, then give my thoughts, and then play again. And if you want to follow along, you'd have to do the same thing at the same exact time in your video player, browser, whatever. I hate that. With mangas, it's so much easier. And it's so much easier to, just read because it's all static. And I'm making the voices, I'm reading it, I'm going at my own pace, I decide my own pace. But with videos, the pace was already made by the creators, so I'll just be interrupting shit. Which is why I actually didn't wanna stream myself reacting to anything video. But people wanna see my reaction to Chainsaw Man. So what I'm thinking is, okay, if you're new here, I doubt it, but if you don't know me, I usually read manga on my channel. Now I'm gonna watch an anime. I've never done this before, but with Chainsaw Man, you have to know I have read the manga, so I'm not an anime only. Whatever I say, I'll try to make it as spoiler-free as possible. But I can't guarantee that nothing will slip out. So yeah, if it happens, you have been warned. I'm a manga reader, so in the discussion part of this stream, which is gonna happen after I finish watching the entire episode, like maybe I'm gonna give comments while watching, but the discussion is meant to happen after the video. So we're gonna discuss the episode compared to the manga, and we're gonna discuss what the anime did and how and why and how we liked it. But yeah, I'm looking forward to especially the opening and endings, because the ending songs, they vary from episode to episode. I'm looking forward to getting to know all these songs, so that is a bonus for me as a manga reader. Because if you don't know, I used to say that Chainsaw Man doesn't need an anime. It's perfect in manga format. It's perfect, and maybe if an adaptation were to happen, a motion manga would be the next best course of choice. A choice of courses that I would pick. With an anime, Anyway, we get the openings and ending songs, so I'm looking forward to songs and the voice acting. I'm looking forward to that. But other than that, I don't really need a Chainsaw Man anime, in my opinion. But let's see how this passion project went. Like, I still appreciate that people made it happen and spread the hype for Chainsaw Man even more. So I'm happy about that. But yeah. Let me see the chat. And by the way, the chat, I'm gonna have to look at my phone. Say hi to Hanamichi from Slam Dunk. So yeah, I'm gonna follow along. Try to follow along on my phone. But this is something that I like. The reason why I didn't want to stream any videos on this channel is because the interactive part is still there when I'm reading, because I can switch between reading the manga and reading the chat and we discuss, right? I can do that. But with the video, I'd have to pause the video, read the chat, and decide if anything is worth reading or discussing, and then click play again, and so on. I just don't like it, but I'm gonna do it anyway because I promised, and it could be a new experience. It's definitely a learning experience. Hold on, this is the wrong stream. I just got the notification for the manga stream that I did half an hour ago. I'm just fucking pausing the video. And yeah, I haven't seen anything yet. I haven't listened to any opening and ending songs yet because I wanted everything to happen in this reaction stream. So you're gonna see my unfiltered, very first impression of everything. It is, but very good AMV. Anyway, so I will be hearing the audio. You won't. You'll be hearing me snacking on some cashews, and grunting from time to time, perhaps. I don't know. I'm gonna put Pochita here, so I don't disturb her and she doesn't disturb me. We respect each other. You can still see her. That's good. That's what matters. The subtitles are enough. Okay, let's hope you can see them through these stripes. If not, tough luck. Can't do anything about that. I got some snacks ready. Yeah, that's a protein bar and a muesli riegel. Too lazy to translate. Got my cashews. And I'm ready, okay? So, I'll be looking at the chat here. Pose with Pochita. Pose with best girl. Okay, I'm gonna pose. I'm just gonna put the chat and the video away, and I'm gonna pose with Pochita. This is a pose with my cashews. They almost left me. And there it is. Now that's enough. Pochita, stay. Good girl. Alrighty. Now, oh yeah, I almost forget to make the video and the chat visible again for you guys. As I said, I'll be following the chat on my phone. Can't see it right now because I'm full screen mode with the anime, and I can't click play for some fucking reason. Why the fuck is Windows pulling my leg right now? What are you doing? Oh, there we go. Okay. Well, that was embarrassing. Anyway, I'm playing it now. It's all black. Oh. Oh. Okay. It's that alley. It's that door. Nice subtle foreshadowing, but also We did see it in the manga too. Like when he opened the door and we saw you know who lying there. Oh my god! I forgot to put on the subtitles. I mean, I understood. But still. What's that sound? It's so fucking cute. I love the sound. I love the oh, it's fucking cute. So cute. The quality is nice. It's very realistic with the colors. It watches more like a movie than an anime so far. Again, I have to ask, what kind of market is there for little kids' nuts? And again, I have to ask, how... Like, Who the fuck is afraid of tomatoes? Breakcore. I like the breakcore. Ooh. Oh. Oh! Oh! Very cinematic. Poor Kobeni. I love that movie. You know which one I mean. I like the opening. It fits. Oh my god, even a reference to Fujimoto's works himself. Not just to other movies, but also to Fujimoto himself, you know, with the explosion. Oh! I didn't know about the tomatoes and toxicity. Why does he sound so dumb? This motherfucker. Yeah, it watches more like a movie than an anime. Here we already see his skill of swallowing things and... Oh my god, Pochita noises! Oh, Pochita noises! Again, what did the father need that much money for? Like, what was the reason for that debt? Ugh. Hmm. It was punctured. Why was Pochita punctured? By what? I don't know if I should spoil anything, but concerning the father's death, I've always wondered. We see in Denji's flashback that he, like, how he committed suicide. Now, maybe I shouldn't spoil, but I always wondered why we see and hear one thing here in the beginning, but then something else later on. Doesn't matter. This is a contract. Oh, bitch. That scared me. Isn't it explained? No, you don't know what I mean. I'm gonna talk about it on Twitter, maybe. What's the noises? Oh my god, so cute. Oh. sorry. I need to replay this. A heart disease that makes you cough up blood. If it wasn't for what happens later on in the episode, Denji would have died anyway. If it wasn't for meeting Pochita, he would have died anyway in the story. It's going more with subdued colors, washed out colors, a realistic feeling. Like, this could also be perfectly translated into a live-action movie with the exact same angles, scenes, script. My boy. Pochita too! That's so mean. No. Bro, why is it so dark? I can't see shit. Let me just try something. I'm sorry I can't see shit because of the light. Yeah, now it's better. I know you can't see me properly, but I can't see because of the back light here. Ah, I hate it. Okay, I'm gonna try to hold it out. Oh. How can you still run? He knows he has no chance, but he's still pushing on for Pochita's sake. He's holding on to Pochita for dear life. My boy. This is so fucking brutal. Like, how can they just, Bro, he's being made into Swiss cheese and he still has the ability to scream like that. He still has that much energy left. And this version of Denji's death is a lot noisier. Fucking hell. The way Denji talks is very... Oh, how should I describe it? Very casual. Very informal. Abbreviating and slurring words. To show that he's just uneducated. He's never gone to school. He probably doesn't know how to read. Oh. Oh. Aw. I want to pick up a Pochita too. Mm-hmm. I love this scene. I'm gonna miss these sounds. Okay, that's fucking me up. Same. Hmm. This is an important theme in Chainsaw Man. Dreams and wanting more. So, anime onlys, remember this. Denji is a lot more ripped in this version. I like that sound. Have you noticed, manga readers, that brains being exposed on devils' bodies is quite a common feature. Quite a common feature in Chainsaw Man. Or like the music. I like that the screen is vibrating with the chainsaw vibrations. Ouch. It looks so easy, as if these bodies were made out of butter. I think it would look more brutal if it was very hard to slice through them, but then again, that's a chainsaw. Like, if it can slice trees in half, it's bound to just slice people in half like they're made out of butter. Ooh. Ah, that looks so brutal. I was waiting for what his voice is gonna sound like talking as as Chainsaw Man. And I like the subtle effect they put into his voice. Like, I didn't expect full hollow Ichigo effect, but I wanted it to be different than his human voice. Sound a little more mechanical. And I can't wait for the hamburger scene to just hear the pure chainsaw voice talk. Also, the laugh at the end. That was a lot. Did Denji do that in the manga too? Aww. The way it's melting away. But not into him, not back into him. I did not expect that because in the manga it looks like it's melting back into him. Oh, okay. First ending song. The only thing, like it's all fine. It's just that nothing stands out in this anime to me, personally. Like, not the sound effects. Like, JoJo sound effects, they're incomparable. They're really. Those sound effects stand out to me as a viewer. And then the music within the anime. Like, the breakcore was fine, but it also doesn't stand out to me because it's noisy. It's supposed to like I switched it off now. It's supposed to show that, oh, this anime is so chaotic, it's so violent, it's so crazy. So breakcore is an obvious choice next to metal, I guess. So that doesn't stand out to me either. The colors are very washed out, so it just looks very normal, very realistic. Nothing stands out there. Again, as a contrast, if you take Bakemonogatari, they play with colors a lot. And even like with just the, what are they called? Like the lines when they draw, like the lines are colored too. They're not just black lines surrounding the face and then the face being filled out with skin color. The lines are in color too. So the coloring isn't really anything. The design, I mean, I'd say it's very oriented on the manga, but if I'm gonna choose between the anime and the manga, I choose the manga style. So Chainsaw Man is not meant to look colorful. Have you seen the covers? Like, it looks best black and white, as I said, because Fujimoto is a master at playing with black and white, with ink in his manga. He's very good with that. So I recommend you consume the manga. But when he did colors, they popped. Like, I don't know. So, as I said, it's fine. But like I expected, it's not blowing me away. It's yeah, pretty faithful to the manga, but I'd still pick the manga over the anime just based on this one episode that I watched. It's not as eye candy as something like Monogatari, but it feels authentic. The live action looks and sound is the most effective at making the characters and the world feel real and immersive. But it's still, the thing is, it's still anime. People who are not into cartoons because that's childish are still not gonna watch it, even if it looks realistic and if it uses the same angles, techniques, and filming styles as live action movies. So what is the point? Like, the point of anime is that there's certain ways of filming, of directing that only work in anime. So you don't need to constrict yourself to make it look live action if people who only watch live action are still not gonna watch an anime, even if it looks realistic. But I know that they did it because they want to show it's mature. It should feel real. It's very mature, and you need to be mature about it too. Right? It's for mature audiences. You don't need bright colors anymore, and I'm not talking about bright colors. Like, I'm talking about generally experimenting with colors. But you don't need colors because you're an adult and your life is not colorful. Only children like colors a lot. So I don't know. So as I said, it's fine, but nothing stands out. Like if this anime didn't exist, that'd be fine. Like I feel the same as I did before watching the episode. The intro, the opening was interesting because it used a lot of movie references, and also Fujimoto references. But other than that, also we didn't even get an ending here. Like it was just the credits rolling and music playing. So I'm assuming that's gonna happen with every ending song. It's just gonna play while the credits roll, which is fine. It's fine. Like, don't give the animators even more work. But also, if you have any complaints about the animation, I don't. There's a fly on this wall. Why is it? Anyway, I don't have any complaints with the animation. Very smooth. Very, like, there's nothing eye-catching, as I said. There's nothing eye-catching about the animation. Not in a good and not in a bad way. It was fine. Everything was fine. But if you do have complaints about the animation, just wait for the Blu-ray to drop. This is the TV anime version. So yeah, I don't know if you're feeling like this because you're judging too much based on the manga, because that was what I was doing, and I noticed I wasn't feeling the episode because of this. Yeah, that is probably it. I said it already. Other endings have unique visuals. Oh, I had no idea. The character acting animation is super good. What? Surprising enough, I heard some people were annoyed by the CGI. Where? I didn't notice any CGI. What? There's always gonna be abnormal people out there that are just gonna say shit so the day passes quicker. That I didn't notice any CGI. There was nothing, like not even like cars were CGI here. Like everything looked consistent, in my opinion. I'm just gonna take off my headphones again because they're annoying. They make my ears itch. The manga has two separate aesthetics to me. When it focuses on characters, it's realistic. When it focuses on devils, it's more surreal. I mean, yeah. The anime has more poppy colors with the devils and bloodbaths. Does it? I didn't see it here. Noticeable, but not very. It looks pretty good. Pretty noticeable for me, but it wasn't bad CGI. Car was CGI. Like, I didn't see it. Everything looked fine to me. The anime gets better as the episodes go on, well, I hope. Because usually, you know, an anime is not just for people who haven't consumed the material at all. It's made for manga readers too, so they should gain something from watching the anime too. I'm just gonna take Death Note as an example, right? Because there's also washed out colors. It also looks very realistic, and it's a manga come to life, you know, with the movements and so on. And the voice acting that also gives life to the characters. What makes, to me, if I was a manga reader and I went into the anime of Death Note, the bonus point that I would have as a manga reader, where I would say, good, I gained something out of this anime, is if they add something unique to the anime. And in Death Note, in my opinion, it was the music. The music is so iconic for Death Note. I love it. I love the music. And I was hoping that Chainsaw Man would get the same treatment too. Like, if everything else was gonna be more realistic, very constricted in what they can do, because they wanted to have a faithful adaptation of the manga, so there's constrictions there in the freedom of what to do. So if it's gonna be realistic, if it's gonna be very faithful to the manga, so the colors are gonna be more realistic, more lifelike, right? The proportions in the landscape and everything else, the movements, the voice acting, everything is going to be more realistic. So the thing you can add for it to pop would be the music, if you're not going to do anything with the colors, right? To make it iconic, or cool directing angles. Like, if you're not going to make it iconic with the filming side, maybe with the sound side, with the music. Fucking fly. Maybe that would have added some extra enjoyment. But I don't think this music is iconic. Like, I don't remember any fucking track right now. Whereas in Death Note, it's immediately. Immediately. From the first second of the first tone of the first track that played from the soundtrack. It's iconic. So, Mortifier, not always. Wait, what? I've missed a lot in the chat. Oopsie. I think the music is great, honestly. In more tense scenes, the music really fits for me. Only the first chapter, Kensuke surely will surprise us. I hope so, because he made the Devilman Crybaby soundtrack so iconic. It was the only good thing about Devilman Crybaby that I think fits the manga so well. So, like, that was the only faithful thing that was taken from the manga. The time period and the music that would be cool in that time period. So that was added to a very modern rendition of the manga. So that was the only thing that was faithful to the manga, Kensuke Ushio's soundtrack. So I was hoping here something would be more popping too, like something that stands out. But so far, neither the music, nor the animation, nor the colors, nor anything stands out, really. I love Pochita's noises. That's a bonus that you don't get from the manga. I love those. Thank you for those. I'm glad the anime exists just for the Pochita noises. But yeah. Other than that, but it's really well to moments it is used in. Okay. If so, it is depression, so of course the music might not stand out so much, but still, you know, there's also depressing music in Bleach, and that stays with you. And Ping Pong Ost, yeah. Ost, I say, but original soundtrack, yeah. It's not Ushio's fault, it's the director's fault. He told him to keep the music low energy to make it more cinematic. So basically, there's no freedom for any creative aspect of creating this anime. There was no creativity from the team's side. I know that Fujimoto was also very involved with all the episodes, with the anime in general. Which is fine. Like, if he were there from the beginning to the end and it was just his project, his vision come to life on the big screen, I wouldn't be okay with it. But this is other people adding their vision to Fujimoto's vision. And they're not bringing their vision. They're just following a script that was given to them. That's a shame, kinda. So I understand that when Fujimoto said about the anime, he wants it to be something on its own, can stand on its own and be its own thing, even maybe follow its own plot lines and so on. I agree. You need to watch the next endings. Yeah, camera movement is quite unique. Okay. Especially episode 3. Okay, you can't just expect that the first episode will be as good as some of the best animes ever in their entirety, though. Well, I'm not expecting that. I'm just giving you my impression of the first episode. And that this is the impression I have. I can't stream today anymore. The next 2 episodes I'm gonna stream tomorrow, and they're gonna be separate streams, probably. Like episode 1 is finished now, but like episode 2, one stream, and then the next stream is gonna be episode 3, probably. But yeah, let's go to the discussion from like Epi shared an entire document with me with things from the first episode. And also, hold on, let me open Discord. He sent me something there. No, the stream won't be at the same time because usually I stream from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. here this time. And now it's 8 p.m. So it started a little late today. Thank you for the link, Epi. Oh yeah, I forgot to. Oh, sorry, Epi. I forgot to include the discussion that you posted in Discord for chapter 108. Oopsie. Sorry, next time. Okay, I'll promise. Next time when I stream the manga, in the beginning, we're gonna discuss that, okay, before we read the chapter. By the way, does anyone know when the next chapter drops? Is it next week again, or is it in 2 weeks? Where's the fucking chat? Oh, there it is. One Piece is a masterclass compared to Chainsaw Man. One Piece is way different from Chainsaw Man. Yeah, it is. Chapter came out yesterday, but I don't know when it comes out next week. Next week, okay, great. Bro, Chainsaw Man is the most unique manga I've ever seen. One of the reasons it's big. Who doesn't like the idea of mixing monster with objects? And he did it so well, and the MC himself is unique. We shouldn't compare them, exactly. Because I think One Piece is one of the most unique things to exist, ever. I'm sorry, but even the character designs, have you seen them? Have you seen a One Piece character? Shit looks ridiculous, but also from what friends have told me about One Piece, it sounds like Oda is just, like, I'm wondering how the fuck he could come up with all that. Same with, Araki Hirohiko, creator of JoJo. I'm, like, wondering what the fuck is that. I think JoJo is, like, its own separate thing. Like, it's a separate thing from anime. It's just its own fucking thing. I think JoJo is the most unique thing that I've ever experienced. Because it doesn't, like, it's not an anime, it's not a manga, it's just its own thing. It's an entirely different experience that you have to see for yourself before you can talk. Like, you're gonna know what I mean when you consume it, but man. So JoJo to me is the most unique thing to exist. Oh, Chainsaw Man notes for Ella. Oh my god, I wish I could show it to you. It's Power with the glasses doing this pose. Epi, what the fuck, Epi? It looks like an entire paper that you wrote there. Let me, oh my god. Chainsaw Man episode 1. You even has a table of content. This is so professional. It looks like a college essay. Most points are for opening number 1. The opening song is storyboard directed by Shingo Yamashita. Bakano 4 episodes, Gurren Lagann episode 14, all Jujutsu Kaisen openings, and much more. It is almost a tribute to Fujimoto and his love of films. I noticed. Like, I noticed. Especially the bowling ball scene. I love that movie. It's called... Fucking hell. What's the movie called again? Someone help me. It's one of my favorite movies. The Big Lebowski. Yes, exactly. In The Big Lebowski. Yeah. That one it's one of the best. And one of the characters, the irrational one, inspired Power's character. And if you watch the movie, you're gonna know how and why. Okay, let me read more. All references from the opening song and then a Twitter link. I think I've seen that one. The Mysterious Parasite from Makima. I've read that Twitter thread too. Maybe it would be cool to share this document. Epi, should we share it in the description? Like, link this document? Because Epi, he worked so hard on putting all the notes together. This is just for episode 1. I'm assuming Epi is planning on making a document like this for every fucking episode. So maybe we can put that into the description. Maybe Epi's gonna decide. He's the mastermind of this channel. I'm just a pretty face. The brain is Epi. The opening song includes samples. The line Doryoku Mirai, a beautiful star from Soda, We Are Alive by Morning Musume. Okay. Power bullies Kobeni and steals her seat in the opening song. Yeah, I saw that one. I saw that. This speaks for itself. Gotta click the link, I guess. Bitch. Hello? Okay, gotta copy the link. And open it, I guess. My god, come on, my internet is so slow. Oh, it's Kishibe. Why was that necessary for episode 1? Why was that why is that here? Gotcha. Okay, Epi. The opening song features ton of movie scenes and can be references. Yeah, but it is also being said that each clip mirrors the character from the original movie, with the character in Chainsaw Man in some way. Interesting. It's a cast watching movies and projecting themselves into the films. Interesting. Interesting. Very interesting. So we all, in order to understand these references, I guess we all have to watch all the movies that are referenced. I don't think I've watched all of them. The CGI is very bad in this episode, and it's the first one. What are you talking about? The hell? What? It's a thing that Fujimoto said, I think. Don't drink when at the movies because you'll have to go to the toilet. Kobe went and then Power took her place. Oh yeah, Kobe went too. You didn't see bad CGI if the CGI that looks really close to 2D is bad to you. Yeah, exactly. I personally, as a manga reader, I had high expectations and Mappa surpassed my expectations. Loved the more horror realistic style. I don't know. I think the only good thing about this adaptation of Chainsaw Man is the ending. That's all. Yeah, as I said, it's fine, but nothing stands out to me. So I could live without a Chainsaw Man anime. Like the manga. The manga is already the epitome of quality that you can consume. I talked about it in a different stream, but when you have a story, the content can be transferred to different media, right? If the content stays constant, then the only thing that stands out for each media is their strengths, right? For books, it's the language, the words. So the language you choose with the words and how you construct images and feelings in the reader's mind as they read the passages. With movies, it's the atmosphere created by music, by sound, by angle of the camera. You have movement, you have music. So that's the strength of movies, right? And anime too. They're not that different, except that you can probably make a lot more crazy stuff easier in anime, whereas in live action you would need to have like special effects and whatever. But anyway, each medium has its own strengths. And where was I going with this discussion? If just the content transfers over, but the full potential of that medium is not realized, and therefore making it a unique experience, then I don't think an adaptation is necessary. That's my opinion. I used in that other stream Stephen King's novels as an example because I don't like the way he writes. But the content is still there when you watch movie adaptations of his novels. And sometimes, like, things are tweaked and different. And sometimes they're better, sometimes they're worse, or whatever. Anyway, if I have the choice between watching a faithful Stephen King adaptation and a Stephen King book, like the original material that was adapted, I would still pick the adaptation because the true strength of the format of books, the language, the words, is not realized with Stephen King because he doesn't have a writing style that sticks out in any way. It's actually bad, in my opinion. So I don't like the way Stephen King writes. Whereas movies, the movies are good. Like, they use, like, you can't fuck up any more than Stephen King can fuck it up. So it's always a plus. No matter, like, they don't even need to go crazy with the adaptations, with the movies of Stephen King's books. They can just do something basic and it's still going to be better than a book, in my opinion. I'm not shaming the man. I mean, he's successful. He's a millionaire. He seems like a good guy, and I admire his work ethic. I want to be like him when it comes to that, but I'm not a fan of his writing style at all, and I don't like his ideas. Like, even the content to me is boring. But let's say it wasn't boring, I would still watch the movies sooner than I'd read his books. And with Chainsaw Man, if the anime adaptation offered something unique, a unique experience for this medium in particular, then I'd be really happy. And I would be enjoying myself. But like this, I compare it to the original, I compare it to the manga, and I see nothing different, nothing that stands out to me that is like a different experience from the manga. And if nothing is different, if just the content transferred over without having like a transformation in a unique way, I'm not saying being better than a manga, I'm just saying in a unique way that would make reading the manga its own experience and watching the anime its own experience. Even with a faithful adaptation, that can and does happen. So that didn't happen, so I'm not like, I don't necessarily need that adaptation. I can still just go back to the manga and be perfectly happy with it. I see it as even superior to the anime because the black and white is just so good. Like, it's the way Fujimoto uses the ink work. It's so good, and scene transitions and paneling and the page turning, they're all used effectively, like to the maximum potential that the medium of manga has to offer. Whereas these anime creators, they're not using the full potential of the medium of anime, in my opinion. So I'm not really missing much. The 90% of the anime that exists would be unnecessary for you. No, that's not true. That's not true. Again, I mentioned Death Note. I mentioned Bakemonogatari, okay? What else can I mention? My brain is not working, but you know what I mean. Which other? Yeah, Attack on Titan. You can absolutely love the manga, and still the anime has something else to give. For example, the action scenes. Like the anime, I heard butchered the characters a lot of times, but still, the anime, like the action scenes, they're just, you don't have that in the manga. And everything else in Attack on Titan is just reading the manga, one experience, and watching the anime, its own experience. And you can enjoy both to the fullest. So I'm saying it, I'm not one of those people that says 90% of anime is unnecessary because we have the manga already. No. Which other Anime or manga. Oh, I don't know right now. Oh yeah, Demon Slayer. Epi mentioned. Yeah, Demon Slayer. I don't think the manga, like the anime, is good because it has such unique animation. It's so good. The story is fine, right? The characters are lovable, but they're also tropey. Like it's a shonen, but it's an enjoyable shonen in my opinion. But I think I would pick the anime over the manga. Because, you know why? Because if the content is the same, but the anime does like unique things with the medium of anime and adds something to the that is not there in the manga, because I think the content is not anything special for Demon Slayer, but the animation, it's just so good. So the manga is like, if the content is the same, but the content itself is not really strong and carrying the entire thing, then I don't know, I wouldn't buy the manga, but the anime, fantastic to watch. It's just honey for the eyes, I guess. So yeah, you're wrong about that. I'm not an anime hater, and I'm not a Chainsaw Man anime hater. I'm just saying it's fine, but nothing stands out. Nothing special about it. I could have gone about my day without having seen it. I feel the same like before I watched the episode, as I said. It is, if it is adaptation like this, I prefer anime because of us and voice acting. Paneling of Fujimoto is incredible though, so I suggest everyone to check it out after watching anime in order to get it. I'm wondering, because Fujimoto's sense of humor, he has a lot of visual gags. Like, a lot of his humor is taking full use of the manga panels. For example, in one scene, you're gonna have Denji dressed and say, no, he's not gonna take off his clothes, and then something happens. I'm not gonna spoil anything. And then he's like the same panel, the same expression, but him with his clothes off, and he's saying fuck. So that, I don't know how they're gonna translate Fujimoto's sense of humor that is very attuned to the medium of manga, how they're gonna translate that into the anime. I'm curious about seeing that. But yeah, One Piece is a masterpiece. Yeah, okay, we're not talking about One Piece here. Can I have some of what you're smoking? What am I smoking? You've changed. Oh my god, so many. I like the 108 Fujimoto weak and then strong. Yeah, but same. I normally watch at least 3 episodes before forming an opinion about an anime. I watch 4. I give every anime 4 episodes to convince me to continue watching. But yeah, that's just my initial reaction. I'm like, okay, this exists. All right. Let me see what else Epi wrote in a YouTube video of 18 minutes goes deep into how each reference in the opening has some symbolism to the characters from the series. Epi, I think we should share this document. You did all this work for this document. It would be a shame to not share it with our viewers, right? So I'm begging you to share the document with our viewers by putting the link to the Google Doc in the description. Yeah, Chainsaw Man manga where panels are hidden behind windows. Yeah, you mean the speech bubbles. Denji attacks with a sound effect and so much more. Yeah, the paneling is fantastic. On one page you have, I don't want to spoil anything, but the way he panels, the way Fujimoto panels, it is insane. He's so good with manga. He's a true mangaka. He's using the medium to its full potential. So I don't know. If you're not gonna upgrade it with the anime, I would not see a reason to watch the anime. Like, upgrade it with the soundtrack, with the sound effects, with whatever. Make it your own experience, not just transferring the content, but having no other input, just making it level. I don't know. The manga is superior, in my opinion, to, like, the first chapter is superior to the first episode. That's all I'm saying. Violence Fiend was presented. You gotta erase that other name, okay? Also, you misspelled the other name. Was present in the storyboard of the opening scene, but was removed from the cut, which has revived which has revived a theory. Yeah. But is Arai here? Yeah, he's just covered by Kobeni. The ending song is performed by Vaundy. Vaundy! Maybe I haven't listened to them in a long time, but aren't they more indie? Like, I don't know, the songs that I got to know Vaundy with were more indie, more, you know, stoner music. Oh, this is episode 2. Epi is already, I thought you're gonna make it. Hey, Epi, I'm begging you. Nah, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. Let's keep it all in the same document. You have a table of contents anyway, so... Okay, let's add the document link in the description of this video, so other people can take a look at all the theories and all the symbolism and whatever other people have picked up. I have already read those on Twitter, so I'm familiar with them. And I don't want to regurgitate what other people have produced anyway. I think you should check out what these people wrote and did yourself. Go check out what they produced. I'm just here to give my thoughts and not other people's, like, regurgitate other people's thoughts. So, yeah. Pochita voice actor voices Nanachi. I have no idea who Nanachi is. Made in Abyss is the best anime. Fight me. I'm gonna fight you. In my one anime or manga per scale or something like that, I put Made in Abyss on, I think, 3 out of 10. But yeah, meet my friend noticed that straight away. Pochita. Anyway, this is it for today. I gave you my thoughts. I reacted to the episode. I'm not a hater. I'm looking forward to seeing where this is going in the future. And I'm gonna keep watching the entire anime because I love Chainsaw Man. I love the manga. I want to see what they do with it. But yeah, I heard that they skipped a specific chapter in episode 2, and I want to talk about that because I think that is actually important, and I don't know why they skipped it. Maybe Fujimoto thought, yeah, it's okay. You can find this aspect of Denji's character in a different scene later on, so no need to put that in. But I also think it's the constriction of just 12 episodes. Anyway. I think, yeah, I'm gonna talk about that when I watch episode 2 anyway. So, this is it. Hope you enjoyed yourselves. I'm not here to disappoint anyone. I'm not here to speak for anyone. I'm not here to praise anyone. I don't even have the fucking audacity to do that. Like, I'm just giving my impression and still firing up the hype because I'm happy that Chainsaw Man is getting all this hype. Like, I may not be the fan of the first episode, maybe I'm not gonna be the fan of the entire anime, but if it helps Chainsaw Man get more out there, like spread the message, I'm happy with it. Like I'm happy that Chainsaw Man has an anime because I think Fujimoto deserves all the recognition there is. So yeah. I always feel happy while talking with you. Oh, thank you. I'm sorry that I couldn't read all of the messages in the chat, but trust me, I do go over all the messages later on. Like, I think the day after when the processing is done in YouTube, I go over the chat messages and I make notations when I feel like I should address something that was brought up in the comments. So yeah. Thank you for coming, for watching with me. I hope this experiment of reacting to a video went kind of okay. I hope it's a one-off thing. I don't plan on doing this for like for any other work, to be quite honest. Maybe one, because I promised a friend that I would watch it. So maybe I'm gonna stream that one. It's The Last of Us or something. Pochita, sorry, I almost threw you off. Some The Last of Us plenty of hours video on YouTube that someone uploaded. I'm not into video games, but a friend told me I should watch that, so I'm gonna watch that at some point. But usually I don't like reacting to videos on my channel. I'm not that type of person. But yeah. Hope it was bearable. I feel like my giving comments throughout the episode while I'm watching, and you don't hear any sound anyway, so hearing my voice from time to time isn't really that bad. And I also didn't miss anything because I already know the content, right? Because I read the manga. So I'm not really missing anything by talking while something is going on. I can still follow what is going on, and I hope it's less boring that way for you when you watch me watch something. So yeah. An incorrect summary of Metal Gear Rising Revengeance. Okay, okay. Now, this is really it. Thank you for coming. Hope you enjoyed yourselves. I'm gonna react to episode 2 and 3 tomorrow from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. Vienna time. And hope you have a nice day, evening, or night, wherever you are. Bye-bye. Which I'll say bye-bye. I can't make that noise. The voice actress is amazing. I need all the Pochita sounds on my phone. I need it like as a messaging sound or something. I'm in love with the Pochita sounds. Is there like a compilation of all the Pochita sounds? I need them. Anyway, have a nice day, evening, or night, wherever you are. Bye bye.